sneaking suspicion the gem would try to control him. Why not capture the core of Sky Ripper instead? It was the eye of a lost god torn out by the transcendent emperor to power his greatest weapon. "It's the core," said the stone anxiously. But even though Reynardo knew how evil the gem was, he had a clever plan for dealing with it.
Yeah, it's Reynardo's plan that I want to go with. I'm just very curious as to what will happen. A clever plan to use the gem. The Iblis Stone, it promised great power, but Reynardo knew that its power came at a cost. He had thought of a clever way to have its power without its evil, but Reynardo's clever plans did have a tendency to backfire.
The gem could give great power, but it was evil. But Reynardo had a plan.
I'm just curious as to how this will work.
The stone into the power half and the evil half. He sought out the sage Calaveras.
"Oh, you need a mirror of splitting,"
croaked Calaveras.
"I can make one."
Calaveras set up various shiny things. And soon Reynardo was setting the stone down in the middle of Calaveras' lab. There was a flash. And now Reynardo was looking at himself.
Oh god, look at that dash!
With a mustache and a goatee and... There were two Iblis stones. One light and one dark. Reynardo took the light one. He felt a rush of great power. Now I can defeat the Emperor. Wait a minute. Unfortunately, he couldn't think of any way to use it without hurting someone. That wouldn't be nice. "Give me that," said his evil-looking twin.
What in the shit?
And he drew his sword. He only got it halfway out of the scabbard when he fainted from the effort. Obviously, neither weak, evil Reynardo nor powerful, nice Reynardo was any threat to the Empire. After the Emperor's victory, they were exhibited in a museum until time ended, which was soon after.
Hey, I knew it was going to end with a death.
And paid the price for it.
Yeah, I knew it was going to end with a death. So where's this actually put us?
Every child.
Oh wow, that's really useful. Because it put us back here.
Of other things. A stone that ate souls.
Which is basically like I've just started a story again.
A jewel only a righteous man could give away. Were all these things the Iblis stones?
That was cool though. Give me that.
Only resurfacing now.
I just love the fact he grew a goatee.
By the Emperor's horrific rituals.
A white goatee. It's weird when you think about it. It's like a fox growing facial hair. It's like a fox already has facial hair. It's called fur. But to be fair, like this game's got toads with beards. So not everything's out of the realm of possibility. Oh, fuck. Woo, close. Very close.
The ravens were already here, cawing in frustration. They were still searching for a way in. Good. And he hadn't come too late.
Guess what's standing in your way? Tigrex? I have no idea. Kezu? Could be anything. But yeah, I remember you saying that a while ago. Up. Oh, Elder Quest 5. I honestly can't think of what is at, or what you fight at that point. Level 5's not that high up. Rathalos, of course. Sorry, I haven't played that game in a while, so I can't remember. All I have in my mind is Monster Hunter World. But that's... actually, it's not much different. You don't have Elder Quests, but you do have Star Quests. Yeah, Rathalos ain't that bad. Just make sure you're quick on your feet, otherwise he will chew you up and spit you out. Azor Rathalos is what you want to worry about, but I don't know if Azor Rathalos is in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. As I say, I only know it's... oh, I only know of it from Monster Hunter World. It may have been in No, it was in Freedom Unite. Yeah, because you had Rathalos and then you had Azor Rathalos. You had Raytheon and Pink Raytheon and also Gold Raytheon. There was also a silver one. Or was that Silver Rathalos? I can't remember. There was a lot of shit. Different colour palettes.
Past this point. Obviously the temple builders knew how to deal with Tomb Raiders.
My only advice is keep at it. I'm sure you will triumph. Right, so don't choose the third option. On the plus side, I'm glad I did it, because I wanted to know what happened. I had a feeling it would do nothing but lead to death, considering the description.
Really reason with an energy ball, he thought.
The description says they have a tendency of backfiring, and it did.
It was a
But yeah, it was fine.
of the purest blackness. It reflected no light, like a void made solid. Nervous, he picked it up. Who said that? It was the stone. Eager. Thirsty.
Yeah, we've heard this all before.
Seemed tempting and terribly wrong.
It doesn't.
Zenobia was the Emperor's greatest general and a potent witch.
Oh yeah.
Had been close once, and he had a sneaking suspicion the gem would try to control him.
Rathalos is a bastard because he doesn't like to land.
Instead.
He likes to fly around.
It was the eye of a lost
A lot.
god torn out by the transcendent Emperor to power his greatest weapon. What's the core? Said the stone anxiously. But even though Reynardo knew how evil the
One thing I really wish this game did was added a skull to the choices that lead to nothing but death. So like they could have just added in the top right corner of this one a little skull, a little red skull, basically to say this results in death.
The stone bothered him. He hated being told what to do. Wasn't that why he joined the rebellion? Wasn't that why he'd refused to be a soldier? He'd agreed to come on board only if he could freelance. The stone felt a bit clingy, and he had a feeling it did not have his best interests at heart.
Of course.
Sage Calaveras had told him where to find the Sky Ripper, a weapon capable of challenging the gods. Even without its armature, the core would still possess great power.
What's your fire resistance like? Because what you really want against a Rathalos is something that's got high fire resistance and a weapon that's imbued with the dragon element.
Reynardo had a rare feeling of regret.
Because both Raytheon and Rathalos are weak against dragon. Like very weak against dragon.
Zenobia's island.
Where am I going? Oh, here we
Wait a
go.
minute. He didn't want to kill Zenobia, did he? Sure, technically she was the enemy, but they'd been at sword food school together. They'd never been lovers, but somehow they'd been closer. She'd told him every secret about herself. Except the biggest one. That she was the Emperor's daughter. There was something sour in the air.
I wonder why it wasn't saying all of his dialogue. I was far too fast.
Something that had been fermented
Oops.
for a very long time.
Negative 10. That's why. If you have shit fire resistance, everything from something that spews out fire will kick your ass. So I'd recommend getting a different armor set that's good for fire. Or that has a good fire resistance. I would recommend some, but I cannot remember for the life of me. Monster Hunter Freedom Unite armor sets and their stats.
With each raven he cut down,
If I could, I would help,
a
but
jolt of power
I can't, sorry.
into his arm. Whispered the stone. Are you afraid of it? It chuckled. Unstable. Poisonous, but just carry it. And if you try to use it, it would explode catastrophically. Reynardo did not trust rocks that talked in his head. He went onwards.
he did indeed, and he found the core. Cuckoo.
As he approached the stone became
Go to the armorer,
hysterical.
and it'll tell you what each piece does. Just take what value it gives you, multiply it by 5, and that's what the resistance will be. So if it's like a fire resistance of 3 for a helmet, then that's got a fire resistance of 15. And then it's a 25.
His vision, was it?
Which is good.
The stone had sent him its darkest fears, hadn't it? He had a sudden impulse to do exactly that.
But if you got Kutku stuff, you'd need to upgrade it with armor spheres, because Kutku stuff on its own is probably not that great.
He thought he could hear the stone screaming, and then he passed out.
But it also really depends. If you've not been using armor spheres on your armor, then
But the Iblis stone was no longer
your armor's defense will be quite crap anyway.
Blue light, and it was
Silent.
I can't hear you.
Yoo-hoo!
Sang out, and yoo-hoo. It didn't answer.
Wait, so found the car, attacked the outpost.
He had defeated the
And what was the other one?
with
Meet the council.
power of his mind.
He felt invincible.
He felt invincible. It was time to attack the Imperial outpost on the Nexus. Take the battle to the enemy. But among the huge crystals, there was also an observatory.
Pardon me.
A wise man would probably ask the scientists exactly what he had first. How wise was he?
If you're using a good pick, I think you can get armor spheres from anywhere. I would recommend looking into Pocket Farm. You can actually buy them. I think you can buy armor spheres for Pocket Points from the guy that's at the top of the village. Take the battle to the enemy.
As the Farfarer sailed towards the Nexus, Reynardo wondered if the core had been created to silence the stone, or even to feed its hunger. Honestly, he didn't care. He felt terrific, and he appreciated the quiet inside his head.
Right, so the attack in the outpost is probably one of the shortest parts. I know I said it was Chapter 5, but Chapter 5 really isn't that short.
The Nexus was infested with
This one is a really short level, though.
That didn't bother Reynardo. With each death, the converted Iblis stone in his gauntlets glowed brighter, and he felt stronger. Wow. He was getting a bit bloodthirsty, wasn't he? Well, he wasn't one. He was a warrior. They're supposed to be bloodthirsty.
They're supposed to be bloodthirsty. Kill all the ravens at the Imperial outpost. Max out the blue ones, I need green plus ones. You need armor sphere pluses then. I'm pretty sure the Pocket Point farmer dude, or the Pocket Point merchant, sells armor sphere pluses. He sells every armor sphere.
Long live the Emperor!
Or like, he sells armor sphere regulars up until a certain point, and then it switches to armor sphere pluses. And then it goes to like armor sphere hard stones, or hard armor spheres. I can't remember what they're actually classified as. But yeah, he does upgrade his stock.
The core, absorbed in the stone, was doing its job perfectly. Reynardo could feel a little eldritch jolt every time he downed a raven, but then it flowed into the glowing stone the way water flows down a riverbed. It all felt perfectly natural, as if all his life, this was what he had been meant to do.
But if you're having trouble finding them, just Google it. Like, where can I find armor spheres? Because honestly, I'm a limited amount. The Tigrex arrow, that was always a fun one. But it depends if you have access to that. If not, then the Princess arrow is a good one. You also have the... I really do not remember the names of the weapons, but you've got your Hermitor bow. That's quite a useful weapon. Or a useful bow. But aside from that, I haven't played Freedom Unite in... God, when did I upload the playthrough? 2012? 2013?
He called the council speaker.
2015 probably.
She would be thrilled.
I haven't played it in probably 3 or 4 years.
She wanted him to come back to base. They had plans to discuss and a medal to give him. A large, golden medal. Great, said Reynardo.
That's where I want to be.
Let's talk about who else I can kill. Then the fire speaker croaked again.
Hello, Reynardo.
Hello?
Said, if you get sick of slaughtering second-rate birds in the Nexus, I'm waiting for you in the mountains.
Oh my god, the voice.
She missed him. She loved him. What saw how awesome he'd become, maybe she'd join him. They'd kiss and well, if she did refuse for some reason, he was no match for him now.
Well, no, it took me 6 months on YouTube to finish. In reality, it took me about a month. It's obviously an ambush, let's go to the base. Reynardo was becoming a powerhouse who was ready to bring the fight to the Empire, but then Zenobia sent him an open invitation into a trap. Of course, it was just a desperate attempt to distract him from his mission. He had the power to save the rebellion, and he would do just that. To the rebel base he would go. And kill them all, probably.
Zenobia was taunting him. No doubt she hoped to lure him into a trap. Well, he was nobody's sucker. Especially not hers. He carried victory in his gauntlet. He would go with a
Victory! Oh. Right, so we have this and then chapter 5. And then I'll probably just read the stories I've unlocked.
Energized.
And that'll be the
When
session.
he was hunting or dancing. Then he
Home
smelled
again.
it. The stench of ravens. It was a good thing he was here too, before they tripped over the secret base. He was really saving the council
fuck.
toad's bacon,
Ooh.
so to speak.
I really hate these things. Oh god. Ah. And there we go.
Hypatia had been the first woman who'd ever tried to convince Reynardo he was smart. He knew he wasn't nearly as clever as he thought he was. But she'd pushed him to think things through. She had a vision of him that was better than his own.
Oh, that's quite nice. Who's Hypatia? Oh, Peter's mother, I think. Hey, the rabbit from the beginning of the game who died really quick. Got burnt into a pile of ashes.
Reynardo had an artifact that made him practically a godlike warrior. All he had to do now was collect his medal, head for the Imperial fleet, and raise some hell.
He's actually going to get a medal. Oh, it's going to kill all the rebellion. I can already tell. It's happened once, it'll happen again. Oh yeah, we have all this to deal with. Fuck.
Reynardo was a hero of the revolution. He deserved a medal. Soon, he deserved every medal they
Fuck
had.
it, I'm going this way.
Hopefully one big medal ceremony in front of everybody with trumpets so everyone could know what he'd accomplished.
It's better than having to deal with the bullshit. Oh wow, there's more enemies. Crap. I just didn't want to have to deal with the fucking eyeballs. I can't remember what they're called. Gogglers? Something like that. Yeah, there you go. This might actually be the slower way to go, but whatever. Oh, it definitely is. Eh, never mind. Oh wow. Yeah, it really is. Oops. Yeah, I didn't realise. Fucking god. There they go. Oh. Wait, really? I came all this way for no fucking reason. Ah, man.
Long stairs. So he was close to the rebel base. Nothing was on fire. So far, so good.
Critical distance and damage. Not entirely sure what you mean. All I know is with a bow it's usually a good idea to charge it up to level 3. I don't think it's actually referred to as level 3, but what I mean is when you're charging the bow it'll do like 3 flashes, like vum, vum, vum. When it reaches the 3rd one is when you let go of the arrow, because then it does its 3rd attack. Well, it depends. Some of them have a really good level 2. Like, they'll send a barrage of arrows on an enemy. Then you've got ones that send out a spread of 3 arrows. Really all depends.
Inside the rebel base, Reynardo was invited to the council speaker's private chambers.
Ah.
So, this is the Iblis Stone? He said.
She said.
Feel its power. Reynardo told her how he had fed the core to the stone and made something even more useful than either. Crazy like a fox, she croaked. And Reynardo chuckled as if he'd never heard the joke before. We've given you the best quarters and a bottle of Tantalonian firewater. All for you. So they'd remembered. He woke in the morning with the sweetest of hangovers. But the Iblistone was gone from his gauntlet. The corridors were empty, except for a few rebels who looked just as hungover as him. Come on, you'll miss the battle, they yelled. Reynardo added sail as the Farfarers scudded across the sky.
Oh, nice.
Who could have taken the Iblistone?
What did you think?
Was it some Imperial spy?
Or what do you make of it?
He would find him and kill him and take the stone back.
Although, what did you play it on? Did you play Tukaiden on PSP or PC? Or even PS4? It's actually on quite a few consoles.
Taste in his mouth. He was killing ravens, but it wasn't fun. It felt like a chore. Oh, Reynardo hated chores. As a fox kid, he'd gone hungry rather than clean his room. He still didn't clean his room, he just moved house every few years. Who had the Iblistone anyway? Up ahead, he could hear screaming and croaking and clawing. But who was winning?
Who was winning? Probably the rebellion, but they've also probably gone insane over the power of the Iblistone. Oh, okay, PC. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, you can play it on anything. It'll be the same experience. Except for, if you play it on PC, you'll have a lot more control over playing it on PSP, because PSP only has one analog stick. So you'd be playing it on PSP with the same controls as Monster Hunter. Which is admittedly not the easiest. You just develop a claw. But I quite like the Tukaiden series. I would say it's not as... Fuck me. It's not as much of a grind as Monster Hunter. Which I can appreciate. I also like that it's completely different.
Now I don't have anyone to talk to.
In terms of, you're not hunting monsters, you're slaying demons. I just always found that to be pretty damn cool. Whoop. Oh, whoa, okay, fuck this. There we go. I'm 6,000 away. Wow.
As he ran forward...
Oh shit, this is new.
Some ravens were starting to ignore him. Just running away. Who are they running from? Some hero of the revolution? If some other so-called hero of the revolution had the stone and tried to take his victory and his medals, Reynardo's gotta be seriously pissed off. He was the hero, not some other bozo.
I mean, to be fair, the whole, like, Monster Hunter not having a lock-on is kind of... I wouldn't say it's part of the challenge, but it definitely makes it more challenging, because then it's up to you to keep locked on to your target. Jesus. Can I just kill everything in peace? Please. Oh my god. So, ravens are ignoring us. Oh dear. Oh my god, there's more of them. Shite. I've never gotten hit so fucking much. And now I'm getting hit all the time. Oh, I don't care. Just bloody kill them. $4,000 away from next level. Then I'll probably require more than 30,000 per level, but yeah. That's fine. I really hope we don't have to fight the rebels. They've probably killed the Emperor at this point. I did want to say king then I realised there ain't no king on this. Oh god. How are you? More ravens. I mean, I just have a feeling that the rebellion have taken the power of the Iblis Stone and used it to take care of the Empire, which I mean is fair, but they've probably gone mad in the process. I won't be surprised if we enter the Emperor's chamber and find everybody's dead. They've just all killed each other over the power of the stone. Yeah, it just would not surprise me at this point. Is who blonde? Oh, unless you mean blind. If you mean Reynardo, he ain't blind, he's got an eye patch of a one eye.
Dead in front of it. The ship was a wreck. Ravens lay dead, sprawled everywhere. Bloody feathers spattered across the deck and the dock. The council speaker came out.
Oh god.
She was waving a sword around like a flag. Look at me, Reynardo! She croaked.
PT.
The Iblis stone on the sword was black as coal. Now I will be Empress.
Oh no.
All shall tremble before me, she croaked. So the stone had her.
Oh.
It was
No,
in
he ain't
her
blonde.
brain, whining for blood. I'm afraid I can't allow that, said Reynardo, and moved to fight her. Toads are not usually good with swords. Something about the footwork. And the council speaker was not even a warrior. She was always tripping over things, which was quite an impressive achievement when you're a toad. Yet somehow, she was pushing Reynardo back.
No, I don't have yellow hair, he's a fox.
He tried to keep her sword away from his throat.
So his hair's orange.
Look, why don't you keep the stone? He asked. You deserve it. Blood and souls for Iblis, she croaked. Blood and souls.
Oh no.
She got under his guard with her sword. It was just the tip. But sometimes just the tip is enough. He could feel his soul being
Who?
sucked into the stone. As he died, he felt embarrassed more than anything else.
Because he was killed by a toad. Also, gang crew, probably not. Metal Gear Survive's not a game I'm interested in.
Paths that had opened up, like those doors he was opening up all over the map that took him to new treasures.
For a fistful of ducats, a hero who deserves his medal, who will not let anyone steal the hero title.
He'd done the same thing twice, yet expected a different outcome.
I mean, I do plan on doing a playthroughs of Metal Gear. It's just they're not. They're games I'm not that great at. I like them, I'm just not very good at stealth. So, Return of the Hippie. The Iblis Stone, it whispers and corrupts. On a hunch, Reynardo fed it the Sky Ripper's car. It silenced the stone, yet its power was intact. Baffled, Reynardo brought the gem to wise scholars. The stone feeds on the pain of killing a sentient being, they said. Too much pain can overload the car. Find inner peace, they urged. For the first time in his life, Reynardo listened to the wise advice, then, long story short, meditation. Doubt, epiphany, joy. He was ready for battle, but as he fought on, he understood the futility of war. He had found enlightenment, so he sat down on the battlefield and began to meditate until a nearby raven chopped his head off. Nice! The fox who got mugged. Iblis Stone, it whispers, it corrupts. On a hunch, Reynardo fed at the Sky Ripper's car. It silenced the stone. Perfect. Now he could win the war for the rebellion. Victory after victory, Reynardo's confidence grew while the Imperials shook in their boots. When Zenobia, the Empire's greatest general, sent him an obvious invitation into a trap, he eagerly accepted. Overconfidence led to his downfall. When he met her, he lost both the Iblis Stone and his pride. But he fought on, little did he know that the core had weakened and the gem was free to corrupt. When he met Zenobia again, it was too late, he did not stand a chance. What I think of Dragon Ball Super? I've not seen... Wait. I don't know if that's an anime or a game. If it's an anime, I've not seen it. If it's a game, I've not played it. So I can't really think much of it. So, for a fistful of ducats, the Iblis Stone whispers and corrupts. It silenced the stone. Perfect. Now we could win the war for the rebellion. Victory after victory, Reynardo became a hero of the revolution. And he earned his medal, but the nerve, someone stole the stone while he was resting in the rebel base. Worse, the thief was killing all the ravens, stealing all the glory. Little did Reynardo know that the core had weakened and the gem was free to corrupt. Ever since he returned to the rebel base, the thief was a rebel leader. A weak, harmless toad, but she had the gem. Reynardo did not stand a chance. Damn. Well, there's all the stories. So I have 7 left. And then the actual truth, I guess, which I suppose is the proper ending. So it should only take me 2 more sessions, hopefully. Either way, that is going to be the end of this session. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you have enjoyed, and until next time, take care.